Okay, here's the last free in celebration of my channel, actually, and coming full circle, and that's what this reading is all about here. This is going to be the last free weekly and monthly twin flame reading that I do. They're going to be $1.11, so 111. And then the monthlies will be $2.22, so 222. Okay. So I'm going to do a really nice, big, elaborate reading for everyone for this next week. So we'll pull an Isis Oracle card. I want to do one for the masculine and one for the feminine, and then one for the masculine, one for the feminine, from the Sacred Rebels deck. I believe they're both Alana Fairchild. So this is the Shadowscapes deck. I actually was going to use the Egyptian deck because the Isis, well, actually maybe we'll do an overlay spread and see if any of these same cards come up. So, but yeah, I was called to just start, I just grabbed and started shuffling the, this deck, the Shadowscapes. Okay, so that's the back. And cards were just jumping out everywhere. And it's kind of already, you know, what I thought, and very interesting because I thought the Hermit was right side up, but then I looked down and it was upside down, so I don't know if I placed it upside down or so, but the Six of Cups was in reverse, and I'm very careful about them all being aligned and straight. Like, that very, very rarely ever happens to me. So we're gonna get into that. So so yeah, feeling this Egyptian warrior goddess, warrior empress. Okay, tough, strong women. Okay, divine template. Okay, the strength through the divinity of the divine template. So let's see, I'm not sure what order they came out. I believe it was, oh yeah, these two were together, the Lovers and the Seven of Pentacles. And I forget the questions I was asking as I was, you know, but so those came out together. And then the Two of Wands. And I just kind of got like love ripening, okay? Preparing for the harvest. And a lot of that is just being patient and growing. Maintaining that vigil, you know, the Two of Wands, the Two of Flames. So letting love grow before you can harvest it and reap the rewards of it and the fruits of the labor of love. Really, a lot of it is gentleness and patience. You know, love is patient, love is kind. Is that how it goes? So what was interesting was the Six of Cups came out after the Ace of Pentacles and the Hangman. So, you know, again, this is just Seven of Pentacles, Hangman. They can mean patience, and we have the Temperance card too. So all the like patience cards are here. Hermit in reverse. So there's this emergence. Okay, so it's like going within. Well, the Hermit in reverse is like now he's emerging back out full circle. And the Ace of Pentacles emphasizes that too. So we're going to see a tangible full circle version of ourselves, okay? This was just combined energies, what came out and what I got. I didn't really set it up, you know. This is a special reading. Actually, May 20th marks the year anniversary of my channel. So, because I just went back and looked at the date on the 1st, and I uploaded it. It said 12:55. So those are magical numbers, 12, okay. So the 6 of Cups is the reunion card. Okay, the reunion of souls, innocent children in the perfect state when all the old templating falls away and you're just left at your God core template, which is the perfect healed inner child, but it was in reverse. But because it was right after the Ace of Pentacles and the Hangman, it's like, see, he's in reverse, okay? It's like the reverse of the reverse. And that goes with the Hermit in reverse. So I don't know if I could have sworn this was straight up, and I'm like, I have 2 cards in reverse? Because I know the 6 of, when I pulled that out of the deck, I'm like, did I just place this wrong when it fell out, or what? Or I don't know how that happened. So, you know, but it just goes perfectly with that, because it's like this full circle. Now you're gonna feel the See, we worked on the emotion, the thought that, okay, now it comes full circle. Now it expresses itself, manifests itself tangibly in the things we say and do. Okay, but we had to heal from the inside out. So we heal the thoughts, we heal the emotions, the past, the wounded inner child. Okay, so, well, the inner child really is perfect and pure. It's the things, the layers of heaviness that get put upon us, and then we just have to shed those layers, right, and get back to our core. Perfect inner child is perfect and healed. The child itself is perfect and healed, whole, brand new, newborn in every moment. So this is that full circle. We're going to start seeing it in a real way. It's like the reverse has been reversed, because it's like the reunion of the reversal. So it's like full, it's hard to explain, but it's full circle. And this, you can see, this is, he's like on this little arc kind of a thing, and it's a reflection that makes it look like a full circle. Okay, so you put in the effort and God meets you halfway. That's the Alpha and the Omega. You know, this full circle energy. And it's amazing, because I'm like, that'd be really weird if it was just like today was the exact date, and yeah, it was yesterday, but I felt called to do it today because just, you know, worked out that way. And at the end, I was zonked the last couple days, so feeling much more balanced. I didn't get too much sleep, but it was good, restful sleep, so that's all I need, you know, as long as I get 4 good hours of sleep where I'm not tossing, turning, waking up on fire, sweating, whatever. So the reversal of the reversal is the full circle. It kind of rhymed. Thank you, angels. Angles. Angels. So it's kind of like the separation. You know, you come together, then you separate, and then you come back together. This also is Virgo, Hermit, okay? And my twin's a Virgo. And here, the King of Pentacles fell out as well. So that's Earth sign, Virgo, or Taurus, Capricorn. But I'm really getting Virgo, you know, for me personally, but... And then the Page of Cups at the center, that's that offer of love, innocent love, just harmony, truce, balance, the kind of love that balances you out. The giving and receiving is equal, and that goes really well with the Six of Cups. It's just that the love in the now moment, like how children are, okay? It's the page, the knave, that innocent, pure love. Yeah, because this came out right after Three of Cups, so that just emphasizes how joyful, okay? And we get joy when we're balanced, okay? So this is a very harmonious, offer of very harmonious love, okay? The page. Brand new, like a child, okay? Innocent, pure. Very compassionate. Children are very compassionate. So, that's what makes us celebrate life, when we feel that joy of a child, Life is a celebration. Life is happiness, abundance, joy, pleasure. We feel good in our body. We feel gratitude. That's a very, gratitude. I've been getting that lately. And, Empress, she showed up right after the Nine of Swords fell out. It had to make an appearance, just to remind you of what you've been through, how far you've come, how tough you are. The smiting, the heat, the pressure that's made you stronger. That steel sword, cuts through all the bullshit. So you have to make sure you remember how much you've been through. If we're trying to suppress it, then we're opposing it, and that's drains our energy. So we just acknowledge. Okay, that's all we need to do. That's why the Nine of Swords will pop up every now and then. Just acknowledge. Don't let anything stay hidden in your subconscious. Deal with everything as it comes, because that's part of being in the now. We don't need to oppose anything or be afraid of anything. So temperance, okay, so patience, because there's the Hangman here, there's the Seven of Pentacles. But balance and harmony, because, he seems, this is very balanced, full circle, balancing on the top of that arc there. And this is very harmonious. This offer of love from the Page of Cups. So, and what, the Empress. So, the Empress, Divine Feminine, she's a warrior goddess. She's strong. She's not, she ain't no city mayor, okay? She's the Empress, doggone it. So we need to know that, and the power in that not codependency. The Empress knows her capability. It's about knowing, a deep inner knowing of your capabilities, your potential, fulfilling that. Because when we fulfill that, we see our capability. We see what we're capable of. It's no longer a potential. It's tangible. We've spoken it. It's like speaking our authenticity, right? We had to heal the emotion, the thoughts. Okay, now we're speaking. Now it's the Manipura, these fiery energies now that, and it's like the moon's going into Taurus now, then it's going to be in Aries. So it's like we're grounding these fiery energies. So our passion, our creativity, we're manifesting through that right now. And I mean, it's just one complete column of light, but so what I was feeling is like right in between your lungs, and your lungs are like wings, like ing, ung, anything ing, ung. It's like flight, the air, the prana, the breath, the wings, the lungs. And it's like right below the heart chakra, but right above the solar plexus. So it's this just kind of like where you would get heartburn, sort of like, so the lower heart, the upper solar plexus, okay? And this, you know, is the embodiment of the Empress, the tangible expression of the Empress now, that fiery, feminine, warrior goddess, queen, mother. Shekina Gaia Hamalka. Okay, Gaia is mother, Hamalka is queen, Shekinah is goddess. When I used to be on Facebook, that was my nickname, you know. Gretchen Weber, okay, yeah, but then the name I gave myself, besides Ashera, Violet Ray, and I've had a couple others, but I've given them away to people, to Inara, which is actually a goddess of the steppe and the steppe animals, and we don't need to get all, but okay, so Inara, she's a goddess. She's very strong. She's shamanic, okay? But she's very loving, kind, generous. So the goddess, we have to remember the strength. Okay, we're not just vulnerable and all that. We have to balance it with knowing our capability, our strength, our power to create and manifest our life, our environment, our world, okay? Our family, the way that we see fit. And it's divine because it's the Divine Mother. Directly connected to God, just like the child. This Six of Cups, the Page of Cups. So, you know, here's the grounded Divine Masculine, King of Pentacles. Balancing between the Empress and the King of Pentacles is the Temperance, the Tempress, the Tempered Empress, okay? So tempered, that's what tempering does. It makes you stronger, like tempered glass, okay? Tempering steel. So, you know, it's not just the Divine Masculine being smited and tempered, it's the, you know, this is the feminine, but in different aspects, okay? Mastering our thoughts and emotions so that we can master our manifestations. Knowing that the love is ripening and coming, we're looking forward to it. Patience is key. That's one of the biggest tests. That's what makes love grow, because patience and kindness, okay? You develop kindness through learning patience. And that's what true love is. You know, love is patient, love is kind always. And that's what keeps the fire burning and growing and keeping it constantly replenishes itself with the Seven of Pentacles. You just keep the fire burning through patience and kindness. Yeah, then you're always looking forward to your life with the Three of Cups, Two of Wands. Maintaining balance so you can maintain your life the way you envision it to be. You can maintain and sustain that in a very tangible way. Balanced, centeredness, equilibrium, being grounded. So the deck was like this, okay? And what was at the bottom was the Knight of Cups. And the top was the Magician. And because we had the Hangman, the Six of Cups in reverse, and this Hermit, I guess, ended up in reverse somehow. It's like the Divine Masculine is kind of upside down about it right now. He's trying to figure out how to be, because of those cards and the overall energy ended up being the Knight of Cups, he's trying to figure out how to bring in that offer of love. But he's giddy up. He's right. He's on the horse. He's ready to. But it's like, okay, certain things are in place, but it's like that those final steps. It's like he's kind of upside down about it a little bit. But it's like full circle. You know, these are the energies for a lot of people right now in this wave or whatever. It's just you know, one complete solar year, one light cycle. You can look back on all the light that has come in that to change you and evolve you and grow you, and you know, Seven of Pentacles, temper you, temperance. You know, gaining that perspective through the Hangman so that you can see that, you know, life is to be celebrated. You know, let God work through you with truth. Ace of Swords, King of Wands. So there's that fire. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. So the fiery masculine, the fiery feminine. I mean, and it's Empress, so it's major arcana. Okay, directly connected to God. So it's like the masculine has to bring, you know, the balance. And however the masculine expresses that, okay? And it's Pentacles, so it's like, you know, the provider, Pentacle provider. And clarity. You know, it can be hard for a man to decide what he wants. You know, I think it's a little bit harder for them to master temperance, being tempted. It might be certain aspects of it are easier for the feminine and certain aspects are easier for the masculine, you know, or more difficult, however you want to look at it. So mastering this clarity, yeah, because I'm getting a little bit maybe of temptation because of the Three of Cups, like wanting to celebrate too much, you know. So it's like having a clear perspective, keeping things in balance, and, you know, not being tempted and swayed into the celebration of life too much. We need to, you know, stay grounded, balanced. King of Pentacles, not just, you know, fiery. This King of Wands is, you know, kind of giving me the, like, he needs some, you know, truth from God, some clarity from God, but he gets that from the divine feminine, you know, he or she. But the divine masculine gets that from, you know, healing the divine feminine within. That's where we get our clarity. So when I say he, it could be he or she, but just whoever embodies more of the masculine is, you know, a little bit of like temptation, temptation, my heart, my home, temptation, my heart, my home, you know, temptation, my heart, my home. Finding that balance and realizing, you know, what's got to go, what's my priority, what do I really want, you know, that, you know, the feminine might know what she really wants, but she may not be clear on some other things, whereas he's really clear on certain things, but he may be, what do I really want? And that doesn't mean like, oh, if he really wants his twin flame or not, you know, his higher self does. It's just, I think more so how I want my life to look, because, you know, Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles is here. So yeah, he's got a lot of fieriness happening that I think is like building up some pressure, and it really needs to be released and grounded in a, you know, balanced, healthy, tempered way, not going out and, you know, But that's what I'm saying. Like for masculine and feminine, it's different aspects. It's not, one's not worse, better than the other. It's how we process, and it's we're processing all the same energies. Okay, we can't judge one way to another. It's all about ending up at the point on the path that we're meant to get to. So it's not really important about how we get there. It's just that we get there. We have to focus on that. But be present and be in the now. So because this Nine of Swords, that's living in the past, holding on to the past, worry, doubt, fear. And then you project it into the future. Oh, it's going to happen again. So it's like past, ego, better than, less than, future, past. So that's just being in the now. That's what that's a reminder of. So when I cut open the deck, because I saw the Knight of Cups on the bottom and the Magician on the top, I said he just needs to know that he has all the resources available to him to make that decision and come in with that love and claim his divine feminine. So I'm just going to cut open the deck and see if there's confirmation for that. And right where it was Ace of Cups. So that's the golden toolbox, the overflowing cup, the heavenly vessel, the chalice of God, that endless source that you tap into, that eternal strength, okay? Perfect love. That's what we tap into. And that's the Magician, that's your golden toolbox. Everything we need to know is from the love, the truth of God. That holy water is an endless resource that we can tap into, and the Magician knows that. And that's all he needs to do is realize that truth, okay, so he can channel this passionate King of Wands, ground it down, ground it into the earth, manifest tangibly, okay, so we can free ourselves from this. We need to gain the learning that this was all about. The Hangman is there for learning, not for us to stay there and stay stagnant. We need to, cut the rope. Eventually, God comes through with the sword. There's truth. And aha! Now, as soon as you get that aha, that rope gets cut. You come full circle by realizing that, this is the surrender, the Hangman. He surrenders to the will of God, like, okay, well, you got me, so what do I learn here, And you're not going to be freed. That's major arcana, you're not going to be freed until you realize the truth is that, this reunion, this is separation, Six of Cups in the reverse, so coming full circle, okay, turning the Hangman, the upside down, so now you're right side up, right? upside down is right side up, but that can only happen through, okay, this sword is tempered, this is the truth of God, Ace of Swords, and that Ace of Cups, okay, now I lost it, but yeah. So he just needs to know his own power, his own capability. Cooperate with God working through him. I mean, it's when there's major arcana, temperance and stuff like that. It's just Hangman, temperance. There's no fighting it really. It's just surrender, complete surrender. Seven of Pentacles. You have to surrender. You can't make it grow any faster. There's nothing really you can... so what are you going to do? You're going to go out of your mind, or you're going to surrender. So I choose to surrender. That feels so much better. Yeah. So that's what we're learning. To surrender to our true, authentic selves, which is the reflection of God. So we surrender to God, the process, everything about it. If we trust in God and the omniscience of God, we have to trust that all that is as it should be. So I'm just going to do an overlay spread really quickly with these cards, the Egyptian deck, and then pull some oracles from here. Isis Oracle, Sacred Rebels Oracle. Oh. Eight of Pentacles and the Sun card. Yeah, you've done the work that solar year, okay? Knight of Swords on the bottom, that card, right? Eight of Cups. A lot of the work was walking away, because Eight of Pentacles, next, or the top card's Eight of Cups. Eight of Pentacles and the Sun card came out, so that solar year, full circle, looking back at all the work you did, a lot of it had to do with walking away, that gaining, you know, those dynamic forces within you, this center, this point on our column of light that's being activated. That's that, you know, or what did I say, Jack? Not Knight, Journeyman. This is the Knave, okay, so Knave of Swords, yeah. And so this is the new way of thinking that we've been smited into doing. So thinking properly, okay, this new way of thinking, it's everything shed away. Now, this clarity of thought is seeing how far we've come, all the work that we've done. You know, this dynamic force starts from healing the way we think and the way we feel. And when we heal the way we feel about things, it's easier to let go and walk away. You know, the Sun card is very healing, a lot of healing work. Eight of Pentacles, Sun card, a lot of healing work. I was going to say, that Knight of Swords, are you kidding me? No, it's the Knave. Okay, so... So just wanted to shuffle those back in there because I don't... Okay. Okay, well, yeah, see? This stuff's magical. That is the Knight of Swords. That's the Horseman of Swords. So that's on the bottom of this deck, and I just said that by accident, but it was the Knave of Swords. So new way of thinking, the dynamism, right? Now it's like, ooh, the fire is building up because it's on a horse now. It's ready. It's gearing up, ready to go, because when you heal your thoughts, you heal the way you feel, it gives you this power to create and manifest. Queen of Swords, Eight of Swords. Yes, the Queen of Swords knows how to heal her mental body through connecting with spirit, high mental awareness. Because we have the Queen of Swords, Eight of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. That's Seven of Pentacles again. This is at the foundation of this one. So, Eight of Swords, wounded mental body, imprisonment, abandonment, all the things that keep us bound, limited thinking, constricted. Okay, masculine has the Queen of Pentacles, so two queens so far. Ooh, the ripening of the queens, right? Through healing the mental body. There's the Emperor. No, I'm sorry. That's the five. That's the Hierophant, okay, on the side of the Divine Feminine. So, okay, here's the Eight of Cups. That popped back out. Three of Wands. So we have Two of Wands, Three of Cups. So that combined energy is kind of like a Three of Wands, looking forward to the future. Very passionate future with the Knight of Pentacles. So King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Cups, King of Wands. So very grounded and passionate version of the Divine Masculine, which is what the Divine Masculine is with all the programmed, false templating stripped away. No masks, no withholding, full disclosure type, transparent. Okay, just like those restaurants. I just got a vision, like when you can see into the kitchen, they always have a nice fancy ones that, when you can see into the kitchen, it's like to show you, see how clean and nice everything is, stainless steel, this, that, whatever. It's like full, no obstruction, okay? Clarity, that Ace of Swords, okay? So, feminine, 9 of Pentacles. I've been feeling that. 5 of Cups, right? Because we can't stay stuck there. Eventually we have to take charge of our lives. My mouth's getting dry, so I'm like, my tongue's sticking to the roof of my mouth. I should have brought something in here to drink. So, Hierophant, 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, Ace of Wands. So yeah, I've been getting, so with the Hierophant connected with Pentacles is like you starting a business. It's kind of like, tradition, which is like making money, having a job, okay, but in your own dynamic new way, because Ace of Wands. And it's going to be very rewarding, 9 of Pentacles, because, okay, this is like healing the emotional body. 8 of that abandonment and then self-limiting beliefs because of our abandonment issues, okay? That's healing the mental body, okay? This is healing the emotional body. 5 of Cups, not, this is past or future, just like 9 of Swords, past or future, not being in the now. So, this new dynamic Ace of Wands, this is your light column. This is like all your chakras. Now, all the rainbow, when it unites, it's white light. When it's not divided. When it's divided, you see what it's all made up, all the beautiful different colors, right? It's contained within the one complete column of light. So you can access any exact point on that at any time. Because it's all unified, it's all connected, it's all one. Your mental body, emotional body, physical body, healed, connected, unified. And I'm getting that from that because there's the 9 of Pentacles. This is like the last step in the game. Now it's like getting the bills paid and stuff. Through that healing, it's going to be very financially rewarding. And it's going to allow you to maintain a certain, I'm getting like, because this can be like status quo, but it's like your lifestyle, maintaining, like you can pay your car off, you can do, okay, so those financial institutions, the loans, the things can get paid off and stuff like that, so, and just, taking care of ourselves, that's very empowering and rewarding, and it maintains this. This allows us to have that, and then that maintains this. And that keeps us in the now. It keeps us maintaining and sustaining the reflection of being unified within. We have to let our, this doesn't exist unless it's reflected in our tangible environment. So our body, our temple, our home, our finances. So it's like the full circle. It's a current, okay? It has to keep flowing like that. One supports the other, then that supports this to keep doing its thing. So we have to be unified within ourselves. Now we're like expressing that power and passion and drive in a tangible way because of all the healing through the other, bodies, mental, emotional. Now it's like body time, Templeton, temple time, and your home, your body, your finances, the tangible aspects of spirituality, because everything tangible in the material world has a spiritual aspect. Okay, crystals, it's crystalline, it has a spiritual aspect, it has the God code in it that makes it form into this sacred geometric shape, right? So the masculine, 8 of Cups, 3 of Wands. So he's walking away very sure, looking very forward to something and very sure-footed about it. So it's not like he's running away. He's walking away with dignity, and pride, his thinking positive, his head held high, looking forward to the future. 3 of Wands. So he's very balanced, very sure about what he's walking away from, okay? He's not coming at it from a place of desperation, because it's with the 3 of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, okay? Very sure, very positive, thought a lot about it. Very Virgo energy too, so. And my twin's a Leo rising, Virgo sun sign, Pisces moon. So, we have the Knight and the Knave of Cups. Did we have the Knight? Yeah, the Knight of Cups. Ace of Cups. Magician. Okay, Knave, Nate. Knave, Nate. Knave, Knight. Okay, so now we have the Knight and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so that just reinforces this maturity, this growth. Very tangible. Being able to see, taste the palpability of the results of all of this work and healing, okay? And the result is positive thinking, being sure about yourself, confident. Okay, this Knight is very confident. He's passionate, sensible, knows what he needs to walk away from, but, he's confident. He doesn't get too overwhelmed by his emotion or his passion, because it's Pentacles, okay? Stays grounded, balanced. So he's walking away from something and looking very forward to, because when you walk away from something, you're walking towards something else. So he's doing it very carefully, methodically, okay? Knowing what he wants, that Ace of Swords. So, this 3 of Wands, he's very happy about what he's walking toward. Very sure and definite of what he leaves in the past, he is leaving in the past, and that's where it's going to stay. And he's not going back there. So, that was kind of twisted. Okay. I don't know if that was on camera. Yeah, it was right there. It twisted itself around a little bit. What's that? The Lover's card. So it popped up both times in both readings. Okay, this is magical. And see who's purple and gold shooting this divinely guided, protected, proclaimed, maintained, sustained love. The divine orchestrated this love. It's divinely, it's created from the divine, from the Most High, from where we come from whence we came, okay? Gold, violet. It's supported, that's the word I was trying to fostered, supported, nurtured, protected. Okay, it doesn't matter who down here on the 3D, if they like it or not, it doesn't matter. This is where we get our truth. Okay, so, the Lovers. The dynamism of this divine masculine, when he's healed, is the Knight of Swords. Super dynamic. Okay, just can tap into like the magician, all aspects, just with light speed. Because when you're in the now, you have access to it just instantly. Because there is no, like when we're astral traveling, there's usually no words, or you can just think of something and you're there, because there's no, we don't need to hear, we don't need to speak, we're just in the now, present all the time. So there's no traveling, there's no time space traveling, it's just everything is instant. Okay, that's why we need to gain lessons in patience down here. Because where we come from, it's perfect and instant all the time, just right. So as we go, the tree of life come down more and more and more and more and more till Malkuth, which is the kingdom, which is where we physically arrive in the tangible crystalline form. Very slow. Crystals form very slow. It's a very slow process, but it tempers us and it teaches us patience. And remember, love is patient. Love is kind. Always. Because that's the omniscience. That's the perfection. It's always perfect all the time. Always patient. Always kind. The next top card was the Ace of Pentacles, okay? That's a perfect golden seed. Pure potentiality to create your life however you want it. It's also the reunion of souls and the physical, tangible union of the twins. Because we have the Lovers twice and the Ace of Pentacles twice. So, alright. Knave of Wands, Two of Wands, Judgment. So, I mean, he kind of has no choice but to choose the right choice, because it's, just like the feminine. I mean, that's just how, twin flame or not, this is how God works, okay? Life is supposed to be beautiful, bountiful, and celebrated, Three of Cups, but we can't fully be present in the moment and do that if we got all this sludge to clear, okay? So healing of the mental and emotional body, now the physical body, the temple, the tangible environment, okay? We're coming back to tradition in a whole new way, from having gained all this perspective, the Hangman, returning to tradition, but defining it for ourselves the way we want it to be, okay? We can create our own language, our own traditions, our own religion, our own customs, okay? Create your own recipes, whatever. Original everything. I mean, there's nothing new under the sun, but there's so much to pick and choose from. You can define your life however you want it to be. I was getting a little choked up there, because it's like the power of the feminine being fully embodied is, it's beautiful. So, okay, let me do one little stretchy stretch here for a second. Oh, my ribs like digging in. Okay, I'm doing a nice long good one for you guys, because and I understand some people, they can't even afford $1 or whatever. I get that too, but I'm on welfare and I have given back a lot. So, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. If there's plenty on the channel that's going to be free. So I'm always going to be posting stuff that, if I feel called to share it, I will. But the readings, the weekly readings, will be $1.11, 111. The monthly, and that's the Twin Flame weeklies, okay? And the monthly Twin Flame readings will be, and I'll do bonus ones if I feel called, whenever, whatever, that are Twin Flame or not, or, just, and sharing my life and stuff. But yeah, and then the monthlies will be $2.22, so 222 for the monthlies, because you get a whole month in advance of, Twin Flame energies to just, be on the lookout for and to navigate through, and always expecting miracles, of course. But so, yeah, 222 I think is extraordinarily fair as an exchange of energies, and that's what embodying the divine feminine is, standing in your truth. This is the Manipura, the solar plexus, and the heart, the Anahata, coming together. So there's a point at the very center between those two chakras. And this is, I believe, this is where this energy is coming from. It's right between our lungs, our wings. We're taking flight. And there's no shame. There's no judgment. There's no, we're self-righteous. We're at where we're at. And there's nothing to explain. So, and everyone's on their own path, their own journey, doing their own thing, and it's all beautiful. That's the rainbow. Okay, so once that rainbow, all those chakras are aligned in one light column, it's the white light. When you have a knowing, you just know, and you don't have to go through all this stuff of healing. Oh, am I thinking right? There's no doubt. You're just boom, because you're living in and embodying your authenticity. I should do it this way so you guys can't see the cards. So we want, let's see, let's start with the feminine. One card for the feminine, please, from the Isis Oracle. One card for the feminine, and then we'll pull one for the masculine. Let's start with the feminine, please. One card. What does the Isis Oracle have for the feminine? Oh. Okay, these are all facing down, so this one was facing up, and this is perfect, because this is exactly what I was talking about. Serpent of fire. The Sushumna, the Pingala, the Inga and the Pingala, the Sushumna, that column of light, the unified rainbow. All the white light of the unified rainbow, you access your higher self instantly when you're this. And this is how they describe it in this deck. Serpent of fire, okay? The Kundalini, okay? Lightning speed, everything. Integration, lightning speed, clarity, lightning speed, everything. Information. Tap into the higher realms, you instantly get an answer. You see your prayers and thoughts instantly manifested when they're supported by natural and spiritual law. And we're getting to the place of the new earth when, we're raising our vibrations little by little, okay, becoming this unified column of light. And when everything that has survived all these upgrades is in existence, nothing else will be sustained that is of any lower vibration than the most high vibration. So they will be, before they even try to manifest, they will be vanquished, dissolved. It won't be maintained and sustained by this high vibrational new earth, because there won't be any more karma, because things will be instant. You come from the highest vibration of the purest intention, instant manifestation. Anything that's of any lower frequency, it gets blocked automatically. There's no all this long drawn out karma. That's the new earth. Serpent of fire. Priestess of the serpent sisterhood. Oh, this was sitting over here by itself. How'd that happen? Rising sun, the divine solar child reborn. Boom, there's that card again. Did I move the deck over and that was left? I don't know how. See, these cards are just doing whatever they're doing. I don't even know what's happening. I can't believe that card. The rising sun, the divine solar child reborn. This is what I'm saying. The perfect child, all the white light unified, perfect, pure, whole, God template. All other distortion, templates, and interference are being shed. And this is like the fire, the famine, and the flood, as above, so below, as within, so without. So it's, we hear about or read about these stories in the Bible, the pestilence, the fire, the famine, the flood. It's happening internally, okay? The hot flashes, the burning, waking up drenched in sweat, okay? Having insatiable appetites when all you're doing is laying around, but you're not gaining weight. Because your body is purging any and every and all lower vibrational frequencies, because you're being born again perfect and whole. God core template. This is when we've shed all the layers of the onion. We're at the core, the seed where it sprouts into something, a brand new onion, right? Emerging into grace. The whole new earth, the new world is one of grace. Instant connection to the divine. No more all these long drawn out processes, but we had to do it to learn the patience to get through it, because when we arrive here, we have to be at a certain high vibrational frequency to really enjoy it. 3 of Cups. So, God, I can't believe this card. It was just like sitting here, like, I'm like, what? Where? Okay, so that green and gold. And I'm wearing a gold cross right now. I don't know if, okay. I think it's silver with gold plating. It was like 70% off at Kmart. So it was like originally $90 and I got it for like 20 something. Yep, I think it's opal. I mean, I know it's opal, but I don't know if it's synthesized opal, but I believe for $90 that's probably gold plated over silver. And it looks like real opal, but either way, it doesn't matter. It's beautiful. It's gold plated, so we have the gold. I'm wearing a green shirt, so I have gold and green on. So I was like, oh, I'm wearing gold and green, and then here we go, another, the healing, this green, the heart chakra, the green, okay, the gold of the Manipura, the solar plexus. When you are in your heart space, that gives you the fire to create and manifest from the most high. Because when you're in your heart, you're connected to, you're in the now. That's where you access God immediately. This is no joke, this deck, I'll tell you what. Okay, knees, hips, ankles, okay. So, okay, I guess this is the one they wanted for the divine masculine, but, this is within men and women, everyone, so this is what's happening. And it's just what's happening. God's making it happen. Gaia, Shekinah Gaia Himalka. Okay, it's happening. And if you try to resist it, your temple, your flesh, your tangible environment, your Malkuth, your kingdom is, people haven't survived. They've perished. Not the spirit, of course, but I want to see the new earth and enjoy this beautiful golden kingdom, of perfection and just beautiful light, right? So now let's this is the Sacred Rebels deck. And I don't know if I showed the this is the cover. I got those at a local store here. They have some female-owned business, and they're beautiful souls, and so and they have good prices on their cards. So if I can get them there, I always try to go there and see what they have first. So, all right, let's see. You have to be a rebel. you know, sacred rebel, meaning you go with the light, you emerge from the darkness, okay, and then you reject it, you shed it because it no longer serves you. It served its purpose. So we're sacred rebels. We rebel against the worldliness, okay? We have to push it away so that we can, you know, do all the stuff that the divine wants us to do, so we can arrive at ourselves. It's amazing that that card came out again. And that 11 card that came out in another reading, I did a reading for myself, and that one shot out. And it also came up in that, I forget the title of that reading, but that card came up. So, alright, let's see what we get. Sacred rebels, spiritual warriors, soldiers of the light, the unified rainbow. We've gotten our access codes, our God codes, access to the divine. At anything and everything we need to access from the divine. We have the codes, we have the access codes to access any aspect of God that we choose to tap into as a resource to help us heal, help grow our business, help us be more cleansed and purified in the temple and the body, stronger in our vessel, in our mind, restraint, having control, the empowerment in that, the control over our thoughts and our emotions, projecting into the world more of what we want to see in others and ourselves. I'm just flowing in spirit right now. I feel like I'm talking like a robot. Oh my God. Are you effing kidding me? This is the card I was just talking about. The 11. The gold, the green, the two seahorses, the twin flame journey. Yeah, hello. This is the card I was just talking about. See this right here? Hello. That's our golden DNA. God code. That's what we're transforming into. The pure golden God code DNA. Factory standard issue. No interference. No false templating. No distortions. That's what the twin flame journey is all about. Diving for light. Down into the deep, dark depths of the endless abyss of the self. Right? To illuminate it. To expose it. Integrate it. Because we're diving into the depths of the darkness, but we're really diving for light. It brings us closer and closer to light when we heal. And that's the green and the gold. The solar plexus and the heart chakra coming together. That center point between those two chakras. This is what's being activated. Okay, this is no joke. This is the card I'm getting kind of emotional because this flew out when a personal reading I didn't even share, and it's 11. Okay, this full circle. That's why I keep seeing 1111 again. 111, 1111. So the ones and then repeating fours, just like when I started my channel a year ago. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit emotional. Calm down, breathe. Don't get sweaty. So I'm starting to see those numbers again. I'm like, this is just like when I first started my twin flame journey and my channel. I'm like, wow, it's been exactly a year. I'm seeing repeating ones and repeating fours again, because that's how they start getting your attention, through things that are just undeniable, right? It's like, how many times you're going to look at the clock and it says at 11:11 before you're like, there's got to be something there. And they pound it into and show it to you so many times to where you can't dismiss it as a coincidence. So you're forced to go research it and figure it the fuck out. Excuse my language. That's why we get bombarded with that stuff, because it's trying to tell us something. And then you realize 1111 is the twin flame code, and 444 means angels, okay? And I've been getting 11 and 44 again, just with someone I did a reading for. The emails back and forth, it was 1111, another one 1122. The video, most recent video I posted before this, not the reading that I did, but the video with the Ganesha reading was 44 minutes 11 seconds. So the repeating fours and ones, this is the full circle. This is like, what have we learned now? How much have we healed? We're ready for the next step, which is the total integration, the unified rainbow. That's the white light. You can access any micro spot on your column of light. All chakras integrated, coalesced. And when you're that, your connection to God is instant. The answer is from God instant. I mean, you'll see manifestations and prayers instantly. Jesus, I love you, Yeshua. Yahushua, Jesus Christ, however you want to call him. Oh, red, gold, and green. Okay, the red is we manifest through the root chakra, but it comes from the unification of the heart and the Manipura. Staying heart-centered, the fire burns in the Manipura, you manifest out of the root chakra. Red, gold, and green. And red is the flesh. Red is the fire. Red is the blood. Red is the tangible version of you. But the divine is when we're heart-centered in the green with our golden consciousness of perfect balance. And when we're in perfect balance, we're in our heart space, which is unconditional love. Look at the green and the gold. That's the heart chakra and the solar plexus united. That center point between those two. This is what's happening. The serpent of fire. The Sushumna, the column of light, instant access to all the God codes. Boom. Golden. Firing on all cylinders all the time. That's the omniscience. Omnipresence, omnipotence, all of the omni. Omni, 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 omni up. Whew. Okay. So, that one just unifies both twins. I'm not even going to pull another, but I'll show you. The top is 29, which reduces to 11. Seeing the true you. There's lotuses. Okay, seeing the true you, your reflection, the mirror. You are your twin. It's a reflection of your soul. Everything. It's the God within you reflected in another, the Namaste. The divine within, you honoring the divine within and seeing that in another and honoring that in another. It's the Namaste. I, the divine, honor you, the divine. In the bottom, and this goes with the hermit re-emerging, okay, coming back out of the shell because it was upside down. Being in the world but not of it, and isn't that one of the this is what we're mastering. Like being in our body, but not of it. Being led by the Spirit. Being in the world, but not led by it. Being of God. Because that's what we truly are. That's our true, authentic self. Seeing the true you is the light body. That you are God. You're a perfect reflection of God. You have access to all that God has access to. You co-create with the one who created you. It's right, full circle, perfect beauty, balance, love. Unconditional love is the only truth, and that's the light of God. And that's a 34, which is a 7. My sun and my twin flames life path number. In the world, not of the world. And see how beautiful and radiant we are when we're in the world but not of it. See how much light we shine into the world when we're in the world but not of it. So that's how we make the world a better place. By being in the world but not of it. That's how we allow ourselves to know who we are and shine that. And where do we shine it? Back out into the world. And we show others by doing that they're capable of doing that too, that it's possible. See, it exists. It exists with me, so it can exist with you. It's possible because we're embodying it. We're reflecting it, shining it out into the world. People can see it. It's palpable. They can touch it. They can taste it. They can smell it. It's there. It's real. God is real. This is how we prove that God is real, that unconditional love does exist. And I'm filled with the Spirit with this reading, so I hope I'm going to leave it there. I don't know how long that was, an hour or something. Whew. I love you guys. I'm so grateful to each and every one of you. Be grateful to each and every one of you as well. Gratitude is just the only place to be. It's such a sense of surrender and release. That's where things are simple, where you're just one with God. Just being one with God. Okay? That's all we have to be, is one with God. And that unites us all as one. As within, so without. As above, so below. It has to be that way. Okay? I appreciate you all. I am grateful for each and every one of you, individually, as a collective, the viewers, the healers, the readers, the energy workers, for everything that everyone does. I am grateful. Please also be grateful. I love you. I thank you. I bless you. Blessings to all of you. Peace be upon all of you.